So I was asked in the chat room here, when is Betelgeuse going to explode? Betelgeuse is a red supergiant. It's a massive star in Orion, and it's nearing the end of its life. It's going to blow up. We don't know when. It could be tonight. It could be 100,000 years from now. We don't know. But there are other stars where we do know when they're going to blow up because they've given us clues. And there's the star called Sher 25, S-H-E-R 25. And it's a star that I'm almost absolutely sure is going to blow up within the next 20,000 years. And the reason we know that is because it has a ring of gas around it that is lit up. And that ring is just like the ring around supernova 1987A. Which is, how do you do this? This is hard to do. This ring here, that blob in the center is the star that blew up in 1987. Now, when that blew up, it lit up this ring of gas around it. And we figured out that gas had been slowly blown off the star before it blew up for about 20,000 years. You can actually, by looking at various factors, you can figure out how old that ring is, and that ring is 20,000 years old. So it started forming that ring, and then 20,000 years later, that star blew up. Well, the star called Sher 25 also has a ring of material around it. So if it's already formed that ring, that means the clock is ticking. It's going to blow up no more than 20,000 years. The interesting thing is that Sher 25 is actually slightly more massive and slightly hotter than the star that blew up to form supernova 1987A. More massive stars that are hotter tend to live shorter lifetimes. So if it took 20,000 years to go from forming a ring to blowing up for supernova 1987A, then Sher 25 has at most 20,000 years. So it could blow up tonight. It could blow up 20,000 years from now. But it's one of the very few stars that we can look at and say, yeah, you know, thousands of years, not hundreds or millions, but thousands of years from now, hundreds of thousands of years. But in tens of thousands of years, this star is going to blow up, which I think is pretty cool, that you can actually look at one of these things and it's like the fuse is lit and we're just waiting for it to go. It's a long way off. If I'm remembering correctly, Sher 25 is about 6,000 light years away, something like that. So it'll get bright. It'll get pretty bright. I think it's a southern hemisphere object. As a matter of fact, the logo of my website, where it says Bad Astronomy, you can actually see the star. It's in that logo. I think it's in the A of bad. I'm not sure. But it's a long way away. If somebody wants to get on the web and look up how far away Sher 25 is, let's see. We got a lot of people talking in the chat room about this, and unfortunately, I can't actually go and look it up. But if you click on, if you go to the main website, if you go to my badastronomy.com blog, click on Intro, it'll take you to a page. The logo becomes clickable. Click on the logo. It will take you to information about Sher 25 and supernova 1987A, because I use that as my logo, as my background, because I thought it was pretty cool. The only professional paper I ever refereed was on Sher 25, which is how I found out about it. Now we know 4 different stars that are like supernova 1987A. 4 stars that have these rings of gas around them, and they're one day going to blow up. When I was studying 87A for my PhD, it was the only one of its kind. Now we got 4 to look at, which is cool. And if you look that up, you'll even see that there's a blog entry about that from about January of 2007, I think I reported on that. So there you go. I think the next star to blow up is going to be Sher 25 and probably not Betelgeuse, or it's going to be Eta Carinae, which is another star that I've written about quite a bit, and I even did a Q&BA about that if you look that up. Eta Carinae is another one that's going to blow up really soon, and when it does, it's going to be a real light show, so stay tuned.